Hey, it is Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's time for a chaotic conversation, and I have the usual suspects in the house. How is everyone doing?
Doing good.
Man.
Great.
Somebody in the background, I can hear.
Yeah, I know you're doing great, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah. That must have been like, dude, I can't tell you how happy I'd be if that happened right next to me. I mean, you can share with the class. I mean,
Poor pup is not feeling good.
oh,
I'd like to thank everybody in the chat. We see Positive Candle was first tonight. Thank you, Positive. Nasir came in. Then we got Can I join in Chaos Central? Hey, you got to get with Chris. That is the conductor of that train.
shoot me a
Nasir,
message. We can talk.
Flash, I just changed my profile name to my middle name. Okay, Flash, what's up?
What up,
Drop
Flash?
Shot. Thank you, Drop Shot. Thanks for first time seeing you. I appreciate coming in, man. Good to have you. Gamer King 316, another new one to the stream. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming in.
Dude.
Drop Shot said change my name as well. Do best not to use real name. Okay. Who used to be Drop Shot?
The actor brother known as Prince. I don't know.
Commander Data. Hello, Maz. Nice to see you finally. Okay, you gonna speak to the only one person on the stream, Commander Data? That's the game you're trying to play now? Okay. I can almost sense a timeout coming for you.
Oh, don't do that.
No, I'm fucking with him.
Do you blame him?
Data.
No,
I don't.
she looks great.
Yeah.
I said it.
Time is out.
Fire! What's up, Austin Data?
Oh, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you,
Don't
sir.
be possessive.
Austin Data, the best
Yes.
mod in
I thought I had competition.
the world.
Absolutely, Danny. I agree with that.
Hey, Austin Data, you recognize this shirt? I wore it in your honor, sir. Triple H.
Old school.
I know you like that wrestling, so I'll pull out the wrestling
Yes,
shirt.
then.
That's Triple H.
That's his Triple H t-shirt, bro. I paid $30 for this shirt when I used to be into wrestling as well. That's him with his two. He used to have the sludge hammers.
Mm-hmm. I
Rip
can't make
people
out his
ass.
face though.
No, he used to have like the King of Kings. So that's him with a crown on. That ain't actually his face. That's like his skull face.
Yeah,
He
okay.
got
That's
the
what
king
I
on
thought.
that. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it took me a while today to come up with these questions. I was doggone swimming the internet and surfing the internet and low quality internet.
Got a super chat.
Okay. Woo-hoo. Mr. Stackhouse, just dropping some support to Danny and the crew. Danny's a good guy with a lot of knowledge. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. $5 super chat. What you talking about, Anzo?
You're a good guy.
Oh, okay.
You're a good guy. I give him that.
He's been trying to mess with.
Worth it.
Madness. This is Sparta!
You know what the bad thing about that clip? In that clip, Anzo's girlfriend just gave me the nod to do that to him. Yeah. Sorry. I'm
You
trying
know,
to
every
get
dog has its day.
Okay,
Ain't nobody
I
can do
forgot
that to me, bro.
my damn questions.
I got them right in front of me.
You look at that. I know, right? How is it that we
Question
are not
number
running
one,
the
Danny. If
show
you like me to read it, I'll read it out for you.
and we have
Here. Actually, here, I'll share. We can just share it to
Guy
everyone.
Gardner, instead of Jon Stewart, is reported to be
Thank
the
you.
Look at
Green Lantern. HBO Max is developing. It
That's
is
good
reported
help.
to be coming out next year. Is this a good or bad choice, Lantern, to reestablish this franchise?
What
Hey,
was that
Guy
Danny
Scar.
said? Good help?
Guy Scar. Hey, check your nose right there real quick.
Yeah, that's what I say. The good help, Danny?
Silence. Silence.
from who, Danny?
Silence.
telling you, you gotta get like.
My bald head was distracting me.
I'm sure it was.
We're off to a great start.
I'm gonna let the
Oh, it's
lady.
fire.
I'm gonna let the lady go first. I know she's a big Green Lantern fan.
Mhm.
So,
That's go for me
Mads,
too. 'Cause don't know
what do
shit
you
about
think?
Well, actually, knowing what I do about this, they aren't doing. Sorry, phrasing. They aren't introducing John or Hal for season 1. There's rumors that they'll be added on for season 2. Guy Gardner's is generally not a lot of people's favorites, and they are introducing a bunch of new Green Lanterns as well. But you guys know me. When it comes to DC, I'm always down for something new.
Okay. Anzo, what do you think, sir?
I don't care. I have no idea about it. It's like you're like who the gardener? I was like who what? I don't know.
I gave you enough information, enough time to go to Google, man. What's up?
You did, but that just goes to show I didn't really care enough
Right.
to actually go and look it up. You know what I mean? The show will come out. I watch it. I watch all the CW stuff, but at this point, whoever they do, I just fuck it. It is what it is.
Okay, guys, Scar, what you thinking?
Second that motion.
Oh hell! Oh, I tell you, what all this? Like all this work.
I thought it were actors when I Googled them, and I'm like, oh, it's a guy with a bowl cut haircut, and there's a black dude. And I'm like, wow, okay, interesting.
At least
But-
you Googled it. I didn't even do that.
I thought it was actors, right? I'm like, you check it out. But I saw they were both Green Lanterns. I'm like, I don't know enough about Green Lanterns to actually give my opinion on it. But you know what? Saying,
What up, Zach?
I say go with the brother.
I'm gonna tell you what really hurts about this.
I thought they were
I
brother actors too.
I was at work. I was like, damn, man, it's 12 o'clock. I ain't got the questions yet, man. What the hell? And I actually sat in my office probably about a good hour trying to come up with these questions. I was like, and now look at that. The two brothers, man, that I thought would be like on point, especially one to my right. He don't even care. He don't even care about my effort.
I checked, man. It's just I don't know.
I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt.
I care about the effort. I do care about the effort. I fire questions. I just didn't care enough to look them up.
Okay,
I was like, Aishka, I thought they were actors, so I said, okay, these actors are going to be playing this in that. I'm like, I'm fine with it.
Oh goodness!
I found out. I at least I knew. That's what I thought, but I looked into it and I realized they weren't actors. They were actually characters that were Green Lantern.
God, I'm hurt.
One looks like a leprechaun, and the other one's a badass brother.
Let me go to Chris. I know he's gonna be able to save the day.
Just
Chris
check
and
it out.
Terrence, I think are gonna
Chris,
say.
I'm saying Chris and Terrence. Chris and Terrence.
At least Matt's also gave a good opinion, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Mads did. That's why I started off. She started off. I knew she's gonna know. She loves
Good
Grant
call.
Black.
Danny, just say it's the damn Canadians.
I thought he was gonna say that. But...
I'm gonna be nice.
Oh,
All right, Chris, what's going on with you, bro?
So what I know about this movie is at least it's going to be, I think they're calling it the Green Lantern Corps. So if that's true, then why are they picking? I mean, because they could have.
No. It's going to be on HBO Max. It's not going to be a movie.
There is going to be a movie, but this is actually for the TV series.
Okay. Well,
I'm talking about
if you're picking one or the other, who is it? Hal Jordan? Is that the original?
Mhm.
Or-
Hal Jordan's the original. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I guess-
No.
Alan Scott.
Who?
Alan Scott.
Alan Scott.
Oh, okay.
Hal Jordan's like the third, right? Not Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of him. Hal Jordan's second one.
Yeah. Alan Scott is the OG. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Hal was the one that was.
I don't
in
know
the
if
previous
it.
movie.
I mean, since we haven't seen anything, I guess it didn't like. it's not like Batwoman where you go and you change a character in between seasons or anything like that. So if they make the change before it comes out, I don't see an issue with it. These are lesser used Green Lanterns, so either one probably would have been okay. I guess it's just keeping it true to what the Green Lanterns and Green Lantern Corps is about. That's what's important. So as long as they have a good core understanding of the property, I don't think it matters too much which one you pick. But I'd have to wait to see if it is the right choice. But yeah. So
Okay. And Terrence, what's your views on this question, sir?
I'm actually a fan of the Green Lantern mythology. So to me, there is no this character is better or this one is a mistake because you have thousands and thousands of Green Lanterns, and I feel like they all have their own little quips. Like for example, Guy Gardner, he's very much an asshole and he's always willing to fight. He's like one of those in your face kind of characters, so that like really sets him apart from
Yeah, a bit of
like
an ego
a
trip.
well composed like Alan Scott or a Hal Jordan or a Simon Baz or a John Stewart. So I feel like if you want to add a lot of personality, having him be one of the lead characters is actually pretty cool because um, when it comes to Hal Jordan, unfortunately, uh, that character has a little bit of a stain on him because of that atrocious movie with Ryan Reynolds. And when it comes to most humans, their knowledge of anything Green Lantern is either from that movie or some cartoon that they watch, not actually from the comics where the lanterns are actually pretty badass. Like I don't think that's been translated well in live action just yet. So with a series and the budget being high for HBO Max, there is a chance for you to explore as many lanterns as you want. And then whichever ones mow over well with the viewers, then at that point you can carry them to the big screen. It's really just becoming a process of elimination in terms of which characters you can use. That's an intelligent way to do that. Um, and even if they wanted to do someone like Jade, who's the daughter of Alan Scott, there are ways to do that. You have the JSA coming in the Black Adam movie, so there's a lot of ways that they can set this up and have them bounce off of each other. I mean, the only character that I really feel bad for is Abin Sur, and he always gets his shit wrecked in the comic books, but he's a really badass lantern, so maybe they can flesh him out in an interesting way. But for me, Danny, I'm excited either way. I don't care which lantern they use because, in my opinion, they're gonna get to the other ones anyway. So,
Okay. Um, I would prefer to see John Stewart just because he's when I saw most on the in the comic book series, not the comic book series, but most in the animation series. But I don't mind. I never was really a fan of Guy Gardner because, like he said, he came off kind of cocky, assholey. But I'm fairly certain that if they bring him to life in the live action, that I'll watch it if it's good. If it's crap like Batwoman, then I will not watch it. But as long as it's good, special effects look good, storylines are compelling, I'll most definitely give it a try. I will watch it. But my personal preference is I would rather see John Stewart or Hal Jordan. But Gal Gadot will work. So, like I said, long as it's good, I will definitely watch it. So that's how
um,
I feel.
Danny, if I may, I think that say if they mess up this show or a Green Lantern movie, that will be strike two, and it will be very difficult for someone like myself, regardless of how much knowledge I have, to convince anyone that the Green Lanterns are amazing characters. Like at that point, it'd be like if you don't have a movie or a show to solidify that, it's going to be unfortunate. So I really want the show and the movie to do well.
Okay, very good.
I agree with
Master
that.
Swag, I do too. Master Swag King Entertainment, thank you, sir, for the super chat, $2 super chat. Lakers' best NBA team. I agree with you, sir.
MSK,
1000%.
stop acting like you know anything about basketball, bro. Stop that noise.
I mean, he's cheering for Lakers over Toronto. I mean, but gotta give him
Lakers
something.
suck ass. They suck ass. The wrong team to be cheering for.
I don't
Yeah,
even
John
have
Stewart
one.
was also the first. I just saw that he's also the first African American superhero on DC, right? He was
Yes.
the first one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was the first, and then Black Lightning was the first to get his own comic book series. So yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Good deal, people. Question number 2. Due to Chadwick Boseman passing, Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler have said they will radically change the direction of the character. A lot of fans are wanting the Killmonger character to come back. If he does come back, is it possible to do a redemption arc and make him a contender for the Black Panther title? I will let
Question real quick. I think you mistyped this question. I think it would have been I personally am wanting the Killmonger
Yeah,
character
for
to come
real.
back.
Negative. I will say I do, but I can show you the video where I looked at today where they said it. I
Who?
can send it to you, bro.
There is quite the calling to actually bring him back
Yeah.
because he was
I'll
one
put
of
it
the
this
big
way.
highlights of Black
If
Panther.
they're not going to recast, if they're not going to do the CGI, then I'm not against it. Only because, now I've lost his name.
Michael
Who's
Stewart
talking about him
and
yesterday?
Boseman.
No,
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
Sure.
Michael B. Jordan. He's a great actor. He did the part
Yes.
justice. I love that. I'd be okay with it. I just don't want him to do that. It's such a left turn right now. If you want to get to that, set it up in the next movie, then go to it. But not right there. Not right now. But yeah. Sorry.
I don't want to see it. Like I said, he died and he was bad. I don't want to see them retcon and now he's gonna be fucking
Well-
good guy. And I don't want to see that.
Anzo, I will agree with Danny because last time we talked about this, he said you didn't see him die. He didn't. And that is a strong thing. You could, I mean, listen, they go and they found more of the flowers that brings people back to life or something. I mean, they could work it in fine, but I would want a whole movie to separate the two and then start building that arc into it.
Yeah,
Something.
but I don't want to see that. I just don't. I think I personally think either Sherry or recast him.
And I'm more inclined to go with you on that. I am, but I'm even the one that I'd also prefer to see the CGI version.
I don't mind that either.
I don't know. I mean, they're going to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the easy way out if they do that. Lack of creativity. Let's just bring him back to life and just make it all okay. Oh man, just work around the put the creative minds together, come up with a good story that will get the next Black Panther in, right? Not just pick up. He's like, okay, we didn't see him die, but he's dead already. There's more family members along the line. Sherry's the one that makes absolute more sense because it's what the book went into as well. Yes, Killmonger was a Black Panther in the book as well, I believe. But with CGI, okay, she's not buffed enough as a person, but with CGI, when she's in the Black Panther suit, it could be tweaked and whatever, So I just think it's a lazy way out if they go with Killmonger as the Black Panther.
Anybody in the chat? I'm currently looking for a new yes man. So put in the application.
I will say to Guy Scar's point real quick, with Sherry, she's the one that's come up with all this. She was coming up with all this tech. So he's got a really good point when he says she doesn't have to be buff when she gets in that thing, because what that would do is it just be either some sort of enhancement to the suit itself. And I would almost bet you that if they work in Chadwick Boseman's death somehow to account for why she is now the Black Panther, if they do take that head on, which is really difficult to do, but people have done that in the past. If they do that, she wouldn't want people to know that it isn't him. So she'd want that outfit to look the exact same. So I think that would work like that because she's smart enough to make the outfit look exactly the same as it did for him. and she would want that because people, it's an image. It's not who's inside it necessarily as much as it's the image. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with your idea.
They could even like bring out something like an excuse, like the legacy virus, right? That killed Colossus and then killed certain, other characters.
And
they could just easily just bring it that, just drop that, and you don't have to see what happens. And then,
and saying she's not big enough. When did they say it's coming out? 2023? Was it the date for that?
I believe so. Yeah, 2023.
So there, she has enough time to go to the gym and work out, and you know what I mean.
She don't have to work out. If you watch Superman and Lois now, when he's in his regular uniform, his regular clothes, he's skinny. He's in Superman, he's buffed up. So I mean, they could do that. Whether or not it'll be will it look flattering on a female or realistic, I don't know. But the one big argument that I get about it, I'm sure that
super chat, eh?
Which one?
MSK's. The second.
I got it. Oh, he did.
He did two of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, MSK. How are you guys doing today, man? We're doing fantastic. Thank you for your support, man. I appreciate you coming in, dropping in, visiting us, man. Super chat, so much appreciated. My biggest thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, he's the last person to have ingested the heart-shaped herb. I don't know how they're going to recreate that because he destroyed all of them. So I'm just saying it's possible that, just possible, I'm not saying they're going to do this, that they could have put him in one of those cryogenic tubes like they did the White Wolf, deprogram him, and then the part of the movie would be him trying to redeem himself. I'm thinking it could work, but if they get somebody else like M'Baku or they get some other kind of place they got to go, but if in the comic books, there's only two ways that I know that you can get the Black Panther powers. You go on this quest and find the Panther God, which Shuri could do, or I guess M'Baku or whoever they choose. Go on that quest, find the Panther God, and that God imbues that person with the powers that's similar, and I think even greater than Black Panther original powers. Or two, they're gonna have to use Killmonger because he's the only person that has the heart-shaped herb in his system. So those are the only two things I'm seeing at this standpoint. Either one they do, I'm gonna go watch it. Don't matter what they do. They could make anybody on the damn Wakanda Island.
I love Flash.
Black Panther. So
see, he agrees with me. I like Guy Scar's idea with Bucky helping Wakanda as the White Wolf. Yes, I agree. That would make sense too.
Oh my God!
Absolutely.
I'm about to phantoms on your ass just as soon as I can find one that is sufficient.
Yes.
And this is you guys are.
You don't tell me how people. Shut the fuck up.
I don't have an issue with that either.
Shut the fuck up. You don't.
If I say something, you tell me to shut
the fuck up.
Mads, Terrence, you want to go for some more here?
Go ahead, man.
I'll go after you.
We want to go next.
Yeah, hold up.
We got 2 minutes left on this section. So we want to talk about it. I don't like that White Wolf thing, man. I mean, they could do whatever. I just ain't feeling that. So I mean,
why, like Danny?
I just don't think that's going to be appropriate.
No, Mads, you can go first, and I can go after you if you're going to go.
Thank you. Because it'll be quite easy, short. Like one, they are talking about having both Shuri and Killmonger to be Black Panther, which would cover both bases, and I like that. But yeah, absolutely, I am definitely in that group that wants to see Killmonger back. And you know why they're going to do it? Because he's hot.
I knew it.
She's sitting there like some idol of Michael B. Jordan going like like trying to make it will it to happen.
Come on, him at the waterfall scene is just like Jason Momoa, jumping into the water.
See,
just saying. That's
as long as he's walking around with his shirt off, you're good, right?
At least one good scene,
It's the same matter. It's the same thing.
He's human catnip. Go ahead, Terrence.
Is he really?
Yeah, I've thought about this quite a bit because it was like the day after Chadwick Boseman unfortunately passed away. I had a large sea of my friends asking me, like, Terrence, what should they do? What do you think they should do? And I was like, I need some time to think on it because they were talking about the Eric Killmonger idea. And I just, for me, I just think the idea is stupid. Like, if they do it, I hope it works. But I told them straight up, I think that's a stupid, lazy ass idea. And I don't like it. And I told them like when I gathered my first thought, I was like, all you need to do is just allow Shuri or someone else to temporarily pick up the mantle. And then in that time, you figure out who you're going to pick as your T'Challa. Like, I don't care if it's like from the same universe, or you pluck them somewhere from the multiverse. But if you're going to use the same one, I just said all you have to do is when you bring in the new actor, when you give it some time to let these humans that feel very strongly about Bozeman, rightfully so, but this character has a lot of storylines. So I said once he arrives, he can then explain to the other characters his absence. And then maybe all of like Shuri would know where he's been. And then at that point, you explain to the audience that he's been away because he's been putting together the Illuminati with Doctor Strange. And then you can introduce Black Bolt and Reed Richards. And then you can get a new Iron Man from the multiverse. And then you could get Professor X, and then they're saying that they're preparing for the arrival of Galactus. So right away, you have a bunch of amazing stuff to work with because it comes down to storytelling. Because at first, you're going to get humans that have their arms crossed, but if you give them something good, it's not so much that they would forget Chadwick Boseman or it'd be disrespectful. You're just trying to continue the T'Challa character because between all the different individuals who have held up the mantle, I'm like Shuri, her stuff was weak. It wasn't compelling. The Killmonger stuff, and then T'Chaka's stuff was pretty cool, but I feel like by and large, T'Challa had the most compelling storyline. So to me, it'd be a shame if we never see him again and they just go to all these other characters. I think that would be unfortunate, but I'm not going to sit here and go, this is what Chadwick Boseman would have wanted, or this is not what he would have wanted. Like, I don't know about that, and I'm not his friend. I don't know him, so I'm not going to speak on that. That would be disrespectful. But all I'm saying is that for me being a fan of the character, I think it'd be cool to see that character do other things.
I agree.
Mhm.
What's up, K Dot?
K Dot said, let me read, pull it back up. Killmonger died with hate for Wakanda, and he'll continue to keep it. I'm about redeeming people, but seeing him as Black Panther wouldn't put a good taste in my mouth.
And I'm saying by the time this movie comes out, and you know what I mean, we should be able to say, okay, we're able to recast him. You know what I mean? He's been gone for a few years now. It doesn't change what he did. You know
Dedicate
what I mean?
the
I think
second one to him.
to his legacy. Exactly. I agree. I think he could be recast by now.
Okay. Master Sweat King with another super chat. Entertainment, $2. Thank you, sir. Same happened with Robin Williams too. Will Smith. Yep, kind of sort
They're talking about Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they would have used Robin Williams had he been still alive or not. Part of me thinks they wouldn't because one of the things I've read in the production notes is that they were very distinguished. They're trying to distinguish between the two, not make it exact. But I don't know that for sure. So,
And last thing, Danny, too, like, say the actor comes in who's supposed to be the new T'Challa, and then, he says something like, "Well, I can't do it. The humans are going to get mad at me, or I'm not going to be anywhere near as good as him." And I would have to immediately squash that. I'm like, you don't have to be Chadwick Boseman. You just have to do a good job. As long as you come in and your acting's on point and you let people know you care about the character just as much as him, you will be fine. You will build your own fan base. You don't have to worry about being him or replacing him. It's not about that. These are all the wrong focuses that humans like to do. And this is what's going to lead to a bunch of messed up material with that way of thinking.
Okay. All right. Question number 3 is a Star Wars question. The Bad Batch is the next Star Wars property coming out on Disney Plus. Are you excited at all about the new chapter in this Star Wars lore?
I'll go first because it'll be real quick. Absolutely not. I could care less.
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it. I'll go second. Actually, I do. I'm curious to see what their storyline is after Order 66 and how they managed to possibly survive during that whole purge of the remaining Jedi and troopers that were defective. So I'm curious to see that story. Anything Star Wars, I'll look into it.
I'll watch it. Question was, are you excited for it or you care about it?
I'm excited for it. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah, and I know me, I'm not.
I know.
I watch everything Star Wars, but at this point, I have to watch it and then be impressed now before I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm excited and I want to see this, I want to see that.
I get that.
You know?
That's what Disney did to us. I know. I get you.
Mhm.
All right, Maz. How do you feel about this question?
I think Data put that quite well.
Oh, I'm an
I am a
idiot when it
passive
comes to-
Star Wars fan at best. I'm more of a fan of the fans. Just saying. Am I going to watch it? Probably not. I
Okay.
barely know about it. What I do know, it's just not inspiring.
Good
All
job,
right.
Matt.
Chris,
Thank you, baby.
what do you think?
I think Anza put it in a good light. Maybe not exactly, but I mean, yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see what it's like. It looks good. The trailer I saw looks good. If it's the people in charge of the Clone Wars, should be pretty good. I'm still way behind on the Clone Wars, I'll be honest, but I'm starting to. I've jumped ahead a couple times to some episodes that people talk a lot on here and on other channels that correspond to what they think is going on in the Star Wars universe right now. That I've seen some of the Disney production stuff, and it still looked a lot like the other stuff. Its direction was fairly consistent with what they did originally. So if it's those people in charge of this, I think it'll be okay. I really I want to see more of this type of stuff where we're branching out into the lesser known things that we have that were in the Skywalker universe. We all know that the Bad Batch and all this other stuff was around during the prequels and the original trilogy and stuff like that. We know this stuff was going on. We just never heard about it because they were focusing on the Skywalker stuff. To branch out and do like they did with the Clone Wars, that was very nice to see that. And even though I haven't watched a ton of Rebels, what I've watched, I get where people say it's more kiddie, but I can still see the need to watch it because it expands that universe so much more. As long as Disney gives this stuff to the right people, it's going to be good. But the question is are they going to give it to the right people? If it's in the hands of Filoni or Favreau, or they kind of have their hands into it and it's away from Kennedy, I have more faith in it. But I have to watch it. So
I agree.
Okay. Terrence, what's your thoughts, sir?
I saw the trailer. I'm not impressed. I don't know what it is with Star Wars, but I feel like whenever I hear it, I want to see what it is. When it comes to animated stuff, I'm not the biggest fan of that. When it comes to Star Wars, I prefer live action. And when it comes to the live action movies, I love the original trilogy. The other films I like, but the prequels and all that shit, it didn't do it for me as much as the original trilogy. So at this point, I feel like if it's an animated show, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it 2 episodes to impress me. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna fall off of it.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Terrence. 2 episodes?
Yeah.
And you gave Batwoman the whole season?
Thank you, Lonzo.
Well, I mean, now
they got a point there. They got you. They got you on that.
No. This goes back to many points that I've made in the past. When it's DC or Marvel, there's an exception. I will stick with it, even if I don't care for it, because it's a bigger part.
Oh,
So
Really?
yeah,
That's
those are
subsect.
the
That's
exceptions. And
that's
it,
the
and,
nice.
and
clause
also like
subsection 12.
Yeah.
like
The
and
Terrace.
also Batwoman is part of the Arrowverse, and I love the Arrowverse. So it's just like I'm not gonna skip any of that information, regardless of how I feel about it. So that goes for Batwoman and mostly Supergirl. I'm like, but you
Yeah,
never
so
know what they're
cool,
gonna do.
Hmm.
But when it comes to any TV show, with the exception of Marvel and DC, you have 2 episodes to hook me. I don't need to see half the season. I don't need to see multiple seasons. If you can't get me in the first 2 episodes, then for me, you have failed. That doesn't mean that your show is bad. It's like Game of Thrones. Like I watched 1 episode and I didn't care. That doesn't mean that the show is bad. It just means that it didn't interest me.
Where's my sound effect of the arrow? You failed this city. Right
Okay,
there, right
that's
when
a
he said it. That's
Batwoman is Oscar worthy. Really? Really?
wait. I think scrub that Oscar out, and put Razzie worthy. But anyways,
Well, see, the thing is that I feel it's important to be fair. It's like I tell my friends, because they'll assume that, at least at first, when they were just getting to know me, they'll think, okay, you stopped watching it, so that must mean it's bad. I'm like, no, it just means that it's not for me. You should be fair enough to critique properly and explain that to
Right.
someone. Like, it may not be for me, but I can tell like a friend, like, you know what, like you would actually like this, or I think you would. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you're gonna dislike it too, because you have your own opinions and things
Hmm.
that you like generally. Like I have a friend, he absolutely loves Supergirl. He thinks that's like the best show in the Arrowverse. I don't. But I told him that, hey, this sounds like some shit that you'll like. And sure enough, it took 1 episode, and he was just texting me and calling me, "Oh, it's so great, and how come you don't like
So,
it as much as me?" And
would you recommend Batwoman to anybody?
um, there are exceptions. Batwoman, I say this: like, if you're a Batwoman fan, I'd say to give it 1 episode and see how you feel about it. Because if you're a fan of any character, no matter what it is, I think you should give it a shot. I mean, if you're part of a fandom. Just like I'm gonna watch Star Wars: The Bad Batch, even though I'm not excited about that. It's like you got to give it a shot. You never know how you're gonna feel about it. But if the person is really big into Batwoman, I feel like there's a high chance that they will be disappointed unless they're one of those humans that glamour at the idea of ruining characters and forced diversity and the whole nine of negative things on a 10-page list. I mean, maybe.
yeah. I'm not too. I'm gonna watch the Bad Batch, but it ain't nothing that I'm really super excited over. I hope that it will be better than what I think it will be. Um, just I'm just really waiting for the Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I think those are will be the two things that's gonna really grab my attention. For as it relates to Star Wars, and I'm curious to see if they're developing a new movie. That's really what I'm really interested in. But like I said, I will definitely watch the Bad Batch. I think it comes out tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yep.
mm-hmm.
There's
we
already
will
watch parties going on tonight for that. I know
tomorrow.
that.
Tomorrow will tell the tale whether or not it's newsworthy. Because I can watch it in my office tomorrow. Things are slow, so
The
we shall
only
see.
thing Star Wars is doing I'm looking forward to right now is the Ahsoka series. That's it.
Yeah.
How long? How long are the episodes supposed to be?
Probably
The
30
first
minutes.
episode's 70
Almost
minutes, apparently.
Oh, is it?
70?
Yeah.
Damn, that's the first time they ever had one that long.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first episode is basically a movie, and then what's the usual runtime after that?
About 30
Probably
minutes.
30 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. If it's like Rebels and Clone Wars,
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
an hour and 30 minutes is a lot.
that's a
So
lot.
I'd be
That's a
like,
lot.
if I watch that hour and 30 minutes and I just can't stand it, I don't know if I would even get to the second one, it being that long. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, question number 4. Today, Marvel released a video package containing a montage of iconic moments in the MCU. They also showed us several release dates for upcoming Marvel movies. In particular, one was Black Panther 2, named Wakanda Forever. Having seen this, does this make you more excited now that we have a timeline for the upcoming movie that's going to be released? They showed dates and release dates and times of several movies. If I can remember, there were like um, Eternals, Black Panther 2,
Mhm.
Doctor Strange 2. There was one called the Marvels. I don't know what that is.
That's
Can you can
that's
somebody
that's
link me that in
Carol
the private
Danvers
chat?
and Kamala Khan, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't see it?
No, not
I'll
yet.
I'll get it for
But
you, Chris. Hold on.
I mean, I can still talk about it.
I'll say this. I'll wait until they come out because even when they were doing phase 1 to 4, they made a lot of changes with their movies and stuff like that. And we're talking about movies that are supposed to be coming out too.
Yeah, they got
Nothing in there really jumped out at me. You know what
You
I
see
mean?
how they did that little slick thing at the end?
Mhm.
Kind of showed you the Fantastic Four symbol, and they
Mhm.
kind of cut it off.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's the only one we didn't get a date for. I
yeah.
think.
Well, they didn't show it. They just showed the four, and then it kind of
Mhm.
like. So they're trying to be a little slick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't really Eternals. Nah.
What?
Shang-Chi. I guess I'm excited for that, but I don't know,
I'm
man.
yeah. I'm curious. I'm looking forward to every single one of them, honestly. But what touched me most of the whole thing was the beginning, hearing Stanley's voice, the narrative, and
Yeah.
seeing what they have built, and going back to the theater for that end game final season, seeing the people's reaction in the theater. I
Yeah.
guess the fact that we haven't been in the theater that long and that massive crowd experienced that again.
Yeah.
No one can deny it. Like it or hate the movie, the people's reaction in that theater and theaters across the world for that scene. I I don't know if I hope we get to see that again, but that was monumental.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top those
Mhm.
particular scenes, man. Him, the moon there, and then when he's saying Avengers Assemble, and to your left, man, he had three back to back like show stealing moments. So that last hour, man, I'll say it again. Probably keep saying it. That last hour of Endgame, man. That's gonna be hard to beat for us. Superhero action, keeping your attention, holding. If you're gonna use the bathroom, man, you're not going because you don't want to miss nothing. I mean, that was magic.
You know, you're not wrong, but that took 10 years to culminate to that. That 1 hour was 10 years to build up to. So what I keep going back onto is as well as they did those 10 years with minor step backs, just because it wasn't the greatest movie, wasn't what I thought it would be. You can talk about Thor, Ragnarok, or whatever. They weren't missteps. They just weren't as well received as other ones, but they weren't bad movies. I still have insane amounts of belief in the team that does Marvel movies because of those 10 years. And even the movies, like I said, that weren't great, they were a part of that and it worked. And if you watched them, and all of that led up to that 1 hour scene that you say is going to be hard to beat. If they do the same thing and don't try to drastically change the formula of how they made these movies, then what's to say they won't do it in another 10 years? We get the next Avengers team up where it's all these people, just like in Endgame, and it's a new baddie, and it's similar to Endgame. It's not going to be Endgame. It's going to be something different, but it's going to have that 1 hour at the end where we've invested into these characters that, yes, I understand. A lot of people are like, I don't know if I'm going to like this guy or this guy or this guy. Nobody knew they didn't know if we were going to like Iron Man. A lot of people didn't think they would like Iron Man, and that's what kicked it off. So that 10 years from now, you might be saying, man, I didn't think that they could come up with an hour like the last hour of Endgame, but damn, that was, we're so early in this, and we remember they announced Phase 4 2 years ago, almost a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Close to 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and yet we've yet to actually jump into it, except for some TV series. So we don't even know where we're going yet. There's nothing that we can actually say about this yet. We have to watch Black Panther, or not Black Panther. We have to watch Black Widow. We had to just start there and see, is the quality what it was before? And if it is, then we keep going with it. If you don't want to go with it, because I know a lot of people said they're done with Marvel now that they saw their 10-year part go. Fine, whatever. But I'm going to give them the chance. So,
if I may, Chris, before I forget, because you said the whole Iron Man thing, I remember being in the theater with my friends, and when I was watching the movie, maybe about 30 minutes in or so, I turned to them and I was like, I think this will be the one. Like there was something about it where I felt like it was gonna work because the other Marvel movies before it, they were all missing something. You know, as cool as some of them were, they just didn't have that pop. Like Iron Man had that. Like this is the one. If this one doesn't work, Marvel is done. It has to work, and I believed that it had to be that one. And look where we are now.
Sure. It's a risk, right? They
Yes.
took background characters and make them huge.
Exactly. You know that comes with genius and vision.
Absolutely.
So real quick, Denny. So your question is, which films are we excited about from that list?
No, you jumping the gun, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I got wrapped up in all that stuff.
I said, have you seen this? Make sure. Have you seen this, and does it make you excited now that you have a timeline for the movie's releases?
Oh, well, I've been excited from the beginning. It's to varying degrees. To me, it doesn't matter if it's, tomorrow or 10 years from now. Assuming that I'm still walking around this planet, I'm gonna watch it no matter what. My hype is purely my own. I don't care how much someone wants to see it or doesn't want to see it. Like I want to see it. That's what matters. So, I have a couple of concerns about some of the films, like one of the biggest ones being Eternals, because I don't know what's going on with that. Like while I'm intrigued, I can't recognize most of the characters. Like I told you, that has the most gender and race swapping I've ever seen in any single project. Like it's crazy, and it's like it's so unnecessary because I'm like the lore itself is so vast, like between the Celestials creating the Eternals and the Deviants, and then their experimentations leading to the mutant gene, and that leading to the X-Men, and Thanos also being an Eternal. I'm like, you have more than enough to where you don't have to do any of that silliness. So my concern is that they're going to focus too much on all that fake stuff that they're trying to pass off in Hollywood and not give us the storytelling that a lot of humans deserve to see that they've been following along for 10 years. So I think that that would be tragic. So I hope that, that is not the case. But I'm still looking forward to that. And I feel like out of all of these, there are a few that I'm really excited about, like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Him and Iron Fist are the best martial artists in the Marvel Universe. And I'm very much into martial arts, so the fighting will be something that will finally be on a level that can fascinate me beyond, like, say, Steve Rogers versus the Winter Soldier. Like that was the coolest fight scene that I've seen from a complex level. Like where you
Um,
actually put some time to choreograph that. I'm like, that was pretty sick. But the the fighting that I saw in Shang Chi, like it just looks so different as it should be. I mean, he's called the master of kung fu. Like when you got a guy that's teaching Spider-Man martial arts as good as Spider-Man is, I'm like, you have to show the audience that. So it's just that difference and the curiosity there. Um, Same thing with Doctor Strange. I mean, the multiverse stuff and Spider-Man. I mean, there's so many things to be excited for. And to the point that you made earlier, Danny, about the last hour of Endgame, I absolutely believe 100% that that hour was amazing. But at the same time, with all the knowledge that I have about these characters, I'm like, you can beat that in a movie. I think Spider-Man 3 has the potential to be better than that last hour if they do certain things. Because with the introduction of all those villains and the different Spider-Men, the potential is there. And Doctor Strange also has that potential. So I think there are some areas that are being a little bit overlooked, or like Eternals, right? Like, you look at a character like, say, Icarus. This is a character, Danny, that is so powerful that this motherfucker beat Apocalypse and Silver Surfer. Humans don't know that shit, right? Like, there are so many things that you can do that are there, but they have to do them. So right now, that last hour of Endgame is at the top, but it's not unbeatable by any means. You just got to do the right stuff.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. So right there's your official announcement of the Fantastic Four. I know people are going to say that's the Avengers, but I think that is a direct Fantastic Four tip off right there. Look at how that's positioned.
That's what I think. But
and I'm telling you now.
Somebody told me that was a Phase 4, but I was like,
dude. Again, you can write it off for a lot of things. That's the easy way to announce it without announcing it. Anyways, so I just watched it, just finished it. Does anybody realize?
Fantastic Four to me.
That's what I think too. The way the 4 is, I mean, just that. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is something that we need to really appreciate. I just looked at those dates going by. We're gonna get up until Wakanda, or Wakanda Forever. They're releasing a Marvel movie literally every 3 to 4 months from Black Widow until 2023. Mm-hmm. We're going to move through this phase so quick. We've never had a chance. This is almost going to be like popping in all the Marvel movies before now in your DVD and watching them straight through. Because that's how it's going to be. Because we're going to just be finishing talking about this one movie, unless it's total crap. But if these are good movies, we're going to just be finished talking about those when we're ready to start talking about the next one's coming. Mm-hmm. This is, for YouTubers, for people who love these movies, this is going to be a great time if these are decent movies, because we're going to be sitting there being able to continue talking about it, get ready for the next one, and not have to wait to guess.
You can know that, and you can take all that to the pandemic. The silver lining in Kevin Feige was that pandemic, because it gave him time to catch up, to do stuff.
They probably were working on the CGI for a lot of this stuff before they were even working on the movie. They're like, okay, we know we're going to do this. We have the storyline. We're going to do this, this, and this. And I applaud him if this works out.
He's not a last minute guy, with the exception.
No, he isn't. I know that. I know.
Yeah. This gave him time, what I'm saying, to get everything straight and together. What I'm saying, it gave him more time to prepare and to perfect what he already had in existence. Is my point.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I don't think any of these movies are gonna be bad. I think that like most of them will be passable, and then a few of them will be really, really good, like really good movies. Nothing formulaic, like something amazing. So I'm gonna lean more towards Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange for that. Those are the 3 that I'm banking on to be like the amazing ones of the bunch.
Shifty Jizzle have a good statement. Wonder who they're casting as Reed. There was a buzz for a bit about Ben Affleck might jump to Marvel when he praised Kevin Feige last year. He'd make an awesome Mr. Fantastic if he could slim down. I definitely think he can pull it off. I don't know whether or not they'll do that, because he's almost synonymous with Batman now. So I don't know if he'll do that or not. So
I know they're a bit old in age, Danny, but like because in my mind I've been seeing John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. Yeah. Like I don't know like who else could be it, but I don't know. Fantastic Four, there's an excitement there, like I said, because it's Marvel, but they're gonna have to do something because they've had 4 terrible Fantastic Four movies in a row. So I'm like, you need to do something great. Fuck this like passable stuff for Fantastic Four. You really need to up your A game.
You got a big head. Yeah, they're gonna get Doom right. If they make Doom the bad guy, they gotta get him right. These last two Dooms have been atrocious.
Ben Affleck's a little bit old to play Mr. Fantastic. If you know anything about Marvel, they're probably going to want to go young because they're going to want to have these guys around for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're going to see recasting of any character that we've seen in the past, especially like X-Men. They have to recast because if you plan ahead, you're going to have these guys for multiple movies. I mean, that was kind of the good thing about the first the phase 1 through 3 is that by the time we got to the point where Tony Stark did die, he was starting to look older. I mean, it's like I'm more comfortable with this because they found him and made him look young and energetic in the first one. He was a playboy, all that, and he grew out of that and was getting older, and so I think it worked really well.
Chris, but you know that Kevin Feige likes to do his own thing. Another recent thing that I know to confirm that is that Aman Vanati's Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, she's not even going to be an Inhuman. You know why? Because Jeff Loeb worked on the Inhumans on Marvel TV. So I'm just like, Kevin Feige likes to do his own stuff. So I'm just like, I don't even think we're going to see the Inhumans, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Gonna go next question. Question number 5. Star Wars regained a lot of ground with last year's Luke Skywalker moment in The Mandalorian. Do you think they will build off of that positive momentum in the moment that they had, or have they let too much time pass to capitalize on that moment? Anzo says you're a Star Wars.
I mean, the Luke Skywalker moment was epic. Can they build off of it? Well, if they want to bring Star Wars back, they're going to have to. They're going to have to build off of that. They're going to have to do something to explain his character development in The Last Jedi or whatever, what happened to him. So I do believe that they will build off of it. It's just I still don't have enough faith in them as yet to be like, yes, they will. So,
okay. Chris, what do you think?
They had to fix some of the issues. One, Cara Dune needs to come back. That's a must. That's a must for The Mandalorian. And I'm not even going to get into what happened there. They brought, James Gunn back. Listen, she didn't do anything like that. So just get her back in this. Let's do this. You got the series she was going to do. If you put that back together, you're right back where you were when Luke Skywalker was shown. Yes, they can build on the Luke Skywalker moment. They need to. They need to incorporate the old Star Wars and be more true to it for the older fans. And again, don't wipe out what you have done, as bad as it has been. Just find a way to soften that blow for the old fans and keep the new fans involved, and maybe get them to understand our side of it, our stories more. They can do that. And I think the more you let Feige and Favreau run Star Wars, the more you're going to get that. So I think they can.
Let me ask you one question. Do you really think they need Cara Dune back? Not because of all the stuff that happened, but just as a character. Do you really think they need her back?
As a sign of good faith, yes.
I think she's very popular. And
exactly. You've got, and I'm not just talking about geeks and gamers, people out there. I'm talking a lot of people weren't happy when they did that. And I think they think that Disney made a knee-jerk reaction. Like I said, when we talked about what they should have done or what they could have done with that situation, we all pretty much said that if they had sat her down and just said flat out, and maybe they did, we don't know for sure what they did. If they had sat her down at that moment and said, listen, this is what was wrong, this and this, these two words right here, we don't want those.
Those two words weren't in the original post.
Oh, I got the original post she had. She did use those two words in the original, in the Holocaust one. They weren't.
Mm-hmm. Previously they were.
But my point is that was a moment right then. Okay, we've talked to you about this. You've been saying stuff about not masking up or whatever, all this different stuff. They should have just sat her down and said, "Okay, this we just got to figure out where the boundaries are here." No, shoot, now I forgot. Gina Carano. Gina, we got to find these boundaries. We don't want you're a popular character. You're popular to to the series and to our franchise. We need you here, but we gotta have this a certain way. She's not necessary, but it's good. It's going to be a good faith to a lot of people. Because right now, I said that what they did with the Luke Skywalker moment, they literally undid that within 3 months. That's not a good thing, but they'll do what they'll do. But I think they can build off of that moment.
Okay, God Scar, what you think, bro?
It's theirs to fuck up, right? And like Chris just said, they kind of did mess it up with the whole Gina Carano thing, but they have to. They already got people invested with that scene. They're already looking forward to the next season of The Mandalorian. They're looking forward to the Book of Boba. They're looking forward to see the Luke Skywalker series. And not only that, now we have the Kenobi series that they're filming right now as well. So there's a lot of hype about it. How much of the fan base is going to be at the edge of their seats till it comes out? I think there's going to be less and less of that. People will watch it when it comes out because the hardcore fans are pissed off for the trilogy we got, and with good reason, right? So if it's done right and they have this people, Filoni and Favreau there still leading the ship for everything Star Wars, then I think it's in good hands. But like I said, like Anzo said, for those type of things, I have to see it first before anything. Get my hopes up.
Okay, good deal. Maz, what do you think? You muted. You muted.
Son of a bitch. Could they? Absolutely. I mean, yes, they did do a lot of stumbling when it came to the past couple of months. Yeah. Can it be fixed? Yeah. They could, soften the blow, or as Chris put it, for into the prequel or the sequel trilogies. Do I think they will? Prove me wrong.
Okay. Mr. Terrence, what do you think, sir?
I think Star Wars is gonna be fine. It's that Luke Skywalker scene was amazing to me and many others that I talked to. But man, I feel like these humans that be working in these studios, man, they gotta stop making stupid ass decisions. Like especially having these knee jerk reactions because some spineless humans got upset. And they're really just a small number, man, but they're the loudest. So they give the illusion that it's the masses. And then the studio reacts to it. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, why are you listening to that? Like, you don't even need to sit Gina down or James Gunn down. They didn't do shit wrong. Just worry about what kind of material you're going to put out. That should be the focus point, not about what Bobby and Betty Sue how they got upset because they read a tweet. Like, miss me with that shit. So I think Star Wars will be fine when these collective shows and movies come out. I think that it's really the quality that will keep it going. The quality will keep the ones there that are committed, and the quality will bring the ones back that are hesitant or that have already jumped ship. Your quality is going to oversee everything. That's what I believe when it comes to entertainment. You must not stumble into these traps that these weak minded humans set for you. You must always focus on your story and your characters. You do not fire talent. Don't do that unless they've done like just the worst thing in the world, which in most of the time this is not the case, Danny. So Star Wars is going to be fine. They just need to stop making stupid ass decisions.
All right. I definitely think that they should capitalize off the Luke Skywalker moment. It was like I didn't see it coming till the very end. And what really makes it cool to me when I go back and I watch the fans' reactions, man. Some of these people are like losing their mind, like crying and all that kind of stuff. I was excited, but I wasn't crying going on. But it definitely made the season. It made me like the Mandalorian much more than I already did. I'm excited to see how are they going to, in fact, bring him back. I'm like Anzo. I definitely want to see that the Ahsoka,
So
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Oh, God, now tongue twisted there. Ahsoka. I think that series is going to be fired if they continue like they did on the episode of Mandalorian. She had a darkness to her I haven't seen before, and man, she was like cold. So if they keep that up. But of course, y'all know the only thing that could have made that better if lightsaber would have been purple
God.
instead of green.
They're gonna do that this next time around. Next time they have a major Jedi reveal, you'll get your Mace
Yeah,
Windu.
I'd have been crying. Oh, God. But I really want Star Wars to do better. This last three movies, man, I'm telling you, it's just like I hate to go to Star Wars and feel like I waste my money. Last two movies, I feel like I wasted my money, and that's not a good feeling if you're a Star Wars fan. So please, Mr. Favreau, Mr. Filoni, use your skills, whatever you got to do, and make us a good movie. I hope it's about the Sith. You got plenty of doggone comic books. You got plenty of source material to fall back on. Legends, do something, man. Just don't do that crazy stuff like the last two movies. The last two Star Wars movies was pathetic. So please, please be better.
So what do you prefer, Danny? Do you prefer like badass fight scenes? Do you prefer a good story, or are you like me, where you want both? That there
Star
needs
Wars
to be a
had
balance?
in the first three originals and the prequel, they had the formula. You get a compelling story, a hero, a villain, kick-ass lightsaber scenes, and take it and go home. Everybody that I know as Star Wars fan loved that formula. A compelling story, you find you a good hero, which is Luke Skywalker, a fantastic villain, which is Darth Vader. They had the same thing in the Phantom Menace. They had Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and they had Darth Maul. Why mess up that? Why reinvent the wheel? It was working. But this stuff here with Luke Skywalker,
Disney
throwing a lightsaber over his shoulder, then drinking milk from some kind of damn space cow, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know what the hell that was.
It's unfortunate because I feel like it's gotten worse over time. Because like to me, the original trilogy had the fighting and it had the compelling story. The prequels was not compelling, but it had the badass fight scenes and the action scenes. And then after that, it's kind of all over the place. Sometimes it's compelling, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's cool action scenes, sometimes it's not. So I'm like, they need to find that balance again.
Well, here's the thing. Disney has done this since Disney's been around. They have taken the fairy tale, the fantasy, and done what they wanted with it. Doesn't matter. They did it with Cinderella. They did it with Little Mermaid. They've done it forever. They changed Mary Poppins around to where the lady who wrote the books, she didn't want half the stuff that was in the movie, so much so that after Walt Disney made the movie, she literally made it so he would never be able to touch the Mary Poppins property until she was dead. And that's why after she died, they did the second Mary Poppins movie. That's because she didn't want them to touch it anymore because they fucked with it so bad. This is nothing new for Disney. They've always taken that beloved children's book and stuff and just done what they wanted. Made the characters the way they wanted. Didn't have to even follow the original source material. This is nothing new. And that's what I laugh about when people bitch about Disney. It's like, folks, they did this when we were kids. This isn't new.
Yeah, they try to trick me nowadays. That shit don't work. But I kind of give them a little clap for trying. Like they'll put a big budget, make it look nice, put some good actors, and then I watch that shit and I'm like, what the fuck kind of story is this? And I see through all the shit that they put there. They just sprayed a little Febreze on it, so it was kind of trying to mess me up. But I'm like, no, you need to. I'm like, I don't need a bloated budget. I need you to tell a good story. I don't need you to give me a nice looking weapon. I need you to tell me a good story. Stop being so fucking generic with your storytelling.
Hold up. A little, Fabrice? Have you read the original Little Mermaid or the Snow Queen?
No.
Yeah, that explains it.
No. I'm just saying, like, when you have a pile of shit, it doesn't matter what you do. It's still going to be shit. It doesn't matter if I didn't read something. I'm just making a point about when they make these movies, no matter what it is, more often than not, they just look nice, but there's not a lot of substance there. That is my point.
Oh no, I'm just pointing out that those had just about the same amount as original parts as Joan Rivers by the time she died.
Wow.
That's a good one.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But wow, that's the best analogy I've heard in a
Seriously.
long time.
Well said.
Final question of the night. Final question. What upcoming Marvel movies do you think will be the most successful based on what we've seen today and what we've seen in the past? Which one you think is going to edge out and be the most successful? Draw the most money, most people will like, whichever category you want to put it in. Doesn't matter. And we're going to go around. And Mr. Anzo, you will be first, my man.
I don't know. I don't really know. The only one the one I think that's going to be the most successful, if it's good because of Chinese, is Shang-Chi. I think that could be the most successful one. That could probably beat Endgame's record if the Chinese and the Asian people get behind it. Fantastic Four should probably do pretty well too. I'm pretty sure Marvel will not fuck those ones up again. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because the first one was good, will probably build off of that. Black Widow, because of the pandemic. I don't know. I just think they're all going to do good.
What did you say before Black Widow?
Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, yeah.
I think they're all going to do good. Which one will do the best? If I had to pick one, it would be Shang-Chi.
Okay. Good pick. Terrence, which one you think, sir?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I feel like they all have the potential to do well, and I think they will because come on, man, they're Marvel movies. I think it's really just comes down to which one is going to make the most money. Shang-Chi has the potential to do it, but I don't know. Like, I've heard that some of the Asian community they don't like it, like what's being presented, which is unfortunate. But if that can be turned around, then that has the potential. But I don't know. I feel like I need to see more from like Spider-Man. I need to see a trailer for that, and then Doctor Strange, and then that would give me a better perspective because I feel like there are a lot of blind spots outside of them being Marvel properties. And as much as humans say, I don't really care, I don't have that much interest, goddamn well, once that trailer come out and everybody's talking about it, yay, and tweeting and all this stuff, they're gonna watch it. So the movies will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mads, which one you think?
Honestly, the one I would say definitely most of all would be, or my top three in order would be Black Widow, Multiverse of Madness, because they have been hyping the, Gingy out of that one. And then maybe Shang-Chi.
Okay.
I mean, Black Widow for me, it's going to be a gimme because the premise of the movie is you're staring at Scarlett Johansson's ass for 3 hours.
Okay.
That's not the only ass
that will make this movie Danny's favorite movie of all times.
See?
Okay. Now I need to see the movie to hear what they say in the movie in terms of how his name is pronounced, because I heard Kevin Feige say Shang-Chi. I've heard the actor Simu Liu pronounce it as Shang-Chi, where the G is silent. So I'm like, I need to hear it in the damn movie now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Guys, Carl, which one you think, sir?
Honestly, from all of those, they're all going to make money. But from all of them, I think Wakanda Forever is going to be the blockbuster. It's going to build a lot of momentum throughout those whole movies. People are going to want to see as what's going to happen, and they already want to know what's going to happen with the whole Black Panther. But as these progress, we're going to get more and more hints dropped of what the storyline's going to be, and I think that's just going to bring escalation, and it's going to break the box office again.
God, I tell you.
Guy Scar, if you ever happen to talk to Kevin Feige before we get Black Panther Wakanda Forever, can you please maybe talk to him about changing that title? I don't like that shit. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think they could do a little better than that.
Yeah, but I think it's out of respect to him that they picked that title.
I know why they
Yeah.
picked it. It just I think they could pick a better title.
I guess, like the White Panther or the White Wolf.
Black Panther, the White Wolf. That I would rather stick with the Wakanda Forever shit before I go with that, Guy Scar.
Rise and buckle.
Right, exactly. That's who knows.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, Danny.
Mr. Knight, what do you think, sir?
3 come to mind: Black Widow, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Those are the ones that people are the most comfortable with. Yes, I believe the Black Panther one will be really popular, but that's on the tail end of it. And if it's like all the other phases, the last one always garnered the most attention and got the most, because by that time they've built up the new storyline enough that people want to jump at it. So we know that Black Panther did really well the last time. If you want me to throw that in there, I'd say sure, that's another one. But those are the 4 or the 3 that I think will do the best.
Okay. Well, I think beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's going to be Black Panther. I think people are going to be interested in seeing, are they going to recast? If they do, who's going to be the actor? I did a recent video on this guy. I think I'm not going to mess his name up, but I think it's called Reggae Gene Page.
That's
I
it.
think I pronounced it, but he is the front runner now from everything I've been reading and seeing so far to be the possible new James Bond as well as T'Challa. I think that he has the charisma, he has the look, style. I think if they give it enough time, that's what's going to happen. Thanks, Fatal J, for the $5 super chat. Take my money. I will gladly take it, sir. Thank you very kindly. Thanks for dropping in. That's not going to be my choice. I'm really interested in seeing Eternals and Shang-Chi, however you pronounce it. I also agree with what Anzo said. If the Chinese people get behind it, it's going to be a contender. But I think that all eyes are going to be looking at how are they going to handle the Chadwick Boseman thing. I'm very interested in how they're going to do it. I mean, if they market it right, they could be like, it's going to be T'Challa, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. I'm starting to see stories generate about people coming back and contracts have been signed that Michael B. Jordan, this kind of stuff. So to me, I think they're starting to plant the seeds now to try to make it see who will be the next Black Panther. That could be a slogan or some kind of something like that, or to show clips. And we don't know, we can't see the face. We just see the Black Panther, but we never see him without the mask on. So that's what I'm leaning towards. I hope. Well, we already said in past streams that just because you're gonna have that Marvel Studios in front of your movie, that's almost guarantee you $500 million right there. Every movie gonna make over 500 million. There ain't no doubt in my mind, unless they stay out of the theaters. But I think Marvel has enough. They can just stay as long as they want to. Look how they did with Black Widow. And I think Black Widow, once it get released in the movies, isn't it 2 months from now in July is when it's going to be released?
Yep, correct.
I'm thinking
right after Fast 9.
Yeah, if the numbers keep going down with the pandemic, and I have several friends that are in the medical field, and they say the numbers are going down. So if the numbers are going down and they promote it right, man, and be like the first big blockbuster movie of the summer, Marvel movie, and like Chris said, man, every 3 months they're pumping out a movie. That's gonna be hard to beat. I don't think DC will be able to keep up with them. So
Now, to your points, Danny. Right now, when it comes to just pumping out the movies, right? DC's not going to be able to keep up with that necessarily. So what they would have to do is come with the quality. That's all they have to do, not so much the number. Because what if like
I don't think they get. I think quality in DC is an oxymoron at this point.
well yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you never know what you're going to get with them. But if they can come out with some great movies, then I feel like that can transcend the whole. There's like 50 million Marvel movies.
Well, in my
So like
opinion, I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but in my opinion, they have the formula right there. Zack Snyder is the closest thing to Kevin Feige that they have in their possession at this time. So you already see firsthand that the fans love the Zack Snyder cut. He already has two or three other treatments or stories or whatever you want to call it ready to rock and roll. So why not roll the dice on that? Because they're never going to really tell us, in my opinion, what money it made on the streaming service. Nobody knows that now. Everybody who I ask, or everybody who I see on the channels, they can't tell us what it really made. And there's no way that show did not bring money to the streaming service. HBO Max had to make a profit. So I don't know. I don't understand what is such resistance of them in Zack Snyder. I'm ready to know what that story is.
they do not like or respect Zack Snyder. That is the resistance. That's 100% the facts. I mean, look at what they did to this man. So that's problem number one. So as much as I want to see, Zack Snyder do his thing, Danny, man, I don't think it's gonna happen. I love that, but hashtag restore the Snyderverse and everything, but I don't know.
Fiddle just said, "Nah, bro. The guy that played MC Ren in EW movie should be the Black Panther." Okay.
I'm trying to remember who it was.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't
I
remember.
can't remember.
The dark skinned guy that he was like he played in
Gotcha.
what's the movie with the three ladies that are like rocket scientists and they work for NASA?
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures. He was Janelle Monáe's husband. You remember him? Tall, dark skinned guy.
Yet.
What? That movie's awesome, bro. Check it out. I know you're talking about the big dark skinned one, kind of muscular. That's the guy that played Ren.
Aldous Hodge.
Anybody got a picture of him to refresh Anzo's memory? You said
Aldous Hodge
Aldridge?
that's his real. That was MC Run's real name, though. Aldous Hodge.
No. You played the actor that played him in
Aldous Hodge is the actor, or that Aldous Hodge?
Aldous Hodge is the actor?
Yes, he is.
No. Yes, he is. MC Run's real name is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Where else have I seen you?
I'm like a kid who gets new shoes and run past the suckers, the mother.
You recognize him now, Anzo?
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, our time is up, lady and gentlemen. We had 6 questions. Very good answers. We don't count the first question. A couple of people dropped. Yes, sir.
Danny, because you had made a few points, and then I had managed to address one of them before I was interrupted by humans. But so it's interesting. I think that
all right, bro. Make it short.
Shang-Chi,
Go to the stream.
I think that they should have hired like a Chinese team to work on it, because that seemed to be one of the complaints from certain Chinese humans that the Americans worked on it and they're not really in a position to properly portray the culture and the character. And I feel like that's something that Kevin Feige could have avoided if he would have did that, but I find that to be interesting. And I think that there are 3 projects that humans might be overlooking and sleeping on. I think that's Fantastic Four. That movie might clean up. and the Marvels movie with Kamala Khan and Carol Danvers. I mean, that Captain Marvel movie made $1 billion, Danny, and Miss Marvel about to come out with her show. Now, I'm not a fan of either one of those characters, but if that formula is right, that might make a whole bunch of money. You
It might
know,
make a whole bunch of money, but I can tell you right now, there's 6 people on this panel, including myself. If 4 you don't say the movie is fire, I probably will not go to the theater and spend my money. I'll be watching right at home.
And then and then maybe that third one is probably Eternals, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of kind of hesitancy. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I think maybe for all we know, man, it might be the purely agenda based movie that just cleans it all up. Like, dear God, Eternals, $2 billion. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't think you're gonna do that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's highly unlikely.
I agree, but it's just I like to always entertain the options that a lot of humans may not consider because, I mean, shit, you never know, right?
Yeah. All right, gang. It was fun. We're at the hour and 26-minute mark, which is right on time. I'm going to go around the panel real quick. Let everyone shout out what's going on in their neck of the woods, their part of the world. I'm going to start off with the lady of the chat. That would be Mads Mama Bear.
You mean panel, don't you, Danny?
I'm sorry, panel.
There you go.
I missed what he said. But hey, boys. Matt's Mama Bear here. You can find me at Matt's Mama Bear here on YouTube and Matt's Mama Bear doll over on Twitter. I do have some projects in the work, which honestly is largely focusing on a separate channel. But you know, I've always got some thoughts that I can drop and all of that fun stuff. And of course, the Queen's Council on Thursday night. But you got to follow me to find out where I'm going to be.
Good deal. Mr. Terrence, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Hey, Danny, real quick.
Oh, yes. Hello,
Wait. Just a second. Go back to Mads real quick. You know, look back in the corner there. The little bear back in the corner, top of the screen. It is a Green Lantern there. I'm just saying. You know, so whatever she says about Green Lantern, you might want to take seriously because that's just back there. She didn't even think, oh, hey, that's there. No. Nobody but a real true Green Lantern fan has things like that. So remember that.
Wait, hold on. So because I don't have a toy,
no. I'm actually calling out Geiskar and Anzo, not you or her.
Yes, they could have come to me for a little help when it comes to the Green Lantern question.
Hey man, I thought I knew what I was talking about. So I was like, okay. I'm gonna lie.
Oh no, I got you, Chris. I was about to say, well, fuck, like I ain't got none of them fucking.
Oh no. No. I know you know your shit.
Well, I am a bit of a collector of kind of toys, that kind of stuff. Got a little bat mask. I've got some Flash gear. I've got a lot of fun stuff. In fact, right behind me, that's Groot.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Iron Man kicking around here somewhere. Both the masks.
I mean, shit. I got a friend like he has those, you know, like those glass cases where they keep those toys and stuff for hundreds of dollars and all that per toy. Mm-hmm. You know, he has all that stuff. Motherfucker's never read a DC comic book in his life. I'm just like,
yes, but you know I can throw down with you.
Yeah. I know that you know some stuff. I got you.
I appreciate
I'm just
that.
talking about the fact.
No, I know it is fun having the gear, but knowing that you can back it up is the important part.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and also I just wanted to say that you know, for anyone listening, I don't care who you are. If you ever hear any human say that they have read every single comic book, you call them out on their bullshit immediately. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. You ain't read all them comic books. Like okay, if you're like me, where you like to read pretty much everything in relation to those brands, there's no fucking way you've read all of them. There's no way. Anyway, so
I've read every single motherfucking comic book ever created, bro.
Yeah, I know. Now, like I said, you got to call somebody out on their bullshit. Like, come on, Oz.
Oh, all
But
right. Call me out on my bullshit. I thought we were brothers. You got
yes,
my
because
back,
there's
bro.
no way. Because first of all, like you're talking about comic books being over 90 years, and then all these arcs and all the new ones, and then it has to come down to you knowing about every single one of them too. There's no way. There's no way.
He's good at telling all of us out. You know that, right?
No. Like, no matter how much someone puts on the table, I'll just type a couple little keys and open the safe, and then bring out all my stuff and put it on the table. So I'll be fine. But yeah, so yeah, this is Terrence talking in case you humans don't
That's
know.
right.
And you can find me on T Virus Terrence, and I definitely passed up the 2K subs, which is cool. Um, it's interesting because I know that there are some humans that are still sleeping on me, but that's all right though. I feel like the humans that came at me foul, they looking dumb as hell right now because your boy is doing just fine. And on that channel, you will find that there is a variety of many things, many videos, and over 100 playlists. Just me having fun, chilling, taking it easy. And then humans, they come and they do their thing. So I like how there's a support there. That's cool. I appreciate that. But at the same time, humans, I want you to know that even if I were to wake up tomorrow and there were to be 0 subs there, I still would do my thing because my momentum is coming purely from me because I enjoy doing it and nothing else. Should humans come up along the way and support your boy, I'm grateful for that. So if your mind is open and you like variety and you feel like you're not going to get offended every 2 seconds at something I say, then maybe my channel is where you need to be.
All right, good deal. That's good.
Why did I hear violins when Terrence was talking?
These violins are like, what kind of violins are we talking about?
The sad music, like violin sound.
I don't know if like what I said was sad. It's not supposed to be.
No, it wasn't sad. It just
Right.
Yeah, no, man. What the hell? I'm sorry, guys. Like any human that's listening, do not under any circumstances like try to have sympathy for me. That is not why I say anything. If you're thinking that for the slightest second, I want you to go over, flip the switch off, and don't do that shit. Do not.
That's not Oh my gosh. Whew, okay. Can I go? We good?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So yeah, my channel got some video game clips, some couple of reviews, live stream I did yesterday with Danny. Actually got out there and went ahead and did it. Find us here 9 p.m. Mondays, Tuesdays 9 p.m. on the Chaos List, Wednesdays 9 p.m. on the Rule of 3, then 10 p.m. on the OC, then on 12:30 the Game Changer, brand new show on Storms Live. You catch us there as well.
That is correct. And last but not least, Big Afford Entertainment. You guys know where to find me. Check it out tomorrow for the Chaos List. Wednesday, the OOC. We got also Rule of 3 with a side of Tabasco up on this motherfucker. So you guys make sure you come in and join it and watch the streams and have some fun. And now we can let Danny close up the shop.
Wait. I didn't
Chris didn't go? Shit. So you see you already going quick. I thought you went already. My bad.
I'm just being quiet over here, waiting my turn. Well, you see, now you don't have to make me big because Geisker and Anzo went. Now you're being like, now you're being discriminatory to Canadians. No, Real Review 3000 is the channel, Chaos Central, of course. Guys, any questions you have, any topics you want to mention for us to do on our shows on Chaos Central, by all means, you can DM Anzo, Geiskar, Danny, or myself, and we'll try to incorporate them if we can. I know we're trying to make this thing about the community and about you guys who watch our shows. We greatly appreciate all of you guys who have been coming to this. Remember, if you are not yet subscribed to Chaos Central, go subscribe today. We're trying to get our traffic over there. I know that I've been seeing it steadily go up. It's let me see what it's at right now. I got it right here. Right now we're at 145, so it's gradually going up. Guys, spread the word, tell everybody about it. I'm still doing the Masked Singer stuff. Unmasking the Masked Singer. I have a new one out tomorrow and another one out on Saturday. We're going to try to figure out some things. If you're into that show, I suggest or like you to come and watch it and give me your input on what you think's happening on the show. If not, that's fine. We'll also be doing gaming streams. We have the weekly Rumble coming back this week on Thursday, and some of our other shows we've done in the past are going to be coming back. We're ramping up, getting everything back in order since some things have settled down where I'm at. But Danny, always great show. I'm looking forward to tomorrow on Anzo's show. And now that Guy Scar has finally done his first live stream, which I will give you absolute props. What I did watch, since I didn't want to watch the spoilers, did a great job. But now we can work him like a plow horse. We can get him out there and live streaming. Hell yeah, he did.
Wow, I had no idea. Wow.
That's personally what I've been about since I've started, because people did that with me. They're like, let's get you going on this. Let's get you going on that. I want to see a lot of you guys start your own channels up, man. It doesn't take a lot. You have an opinion. You have things to say. Sometimes just clicking that button that says go live and going live is all you need to do. That's what we do for you guys. Lots of stuff to watch on all these channels. Lots of stuff to pay attention to, but it stays up. So you guys got all the time in the world to go back and watch these shows. So please do that. Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I didn't forget, Guy Scar. You said when you have your live stream, you was gonna let your boy know. What happened? Where was?
Should have been alerted. It was actually spontaneous because Danny did one that same day, and I'm like, "What the hell? I'm gonna do one too." And I just sent the message out, and that's it. They watched it, so.
I mean, luckily, I know you didn't mean any harm because I know that I don't stream as much, as anyone on this panel. Like, and personally, I don't stream at all. But at the same time, I'm always around in some way. Terrence's spirit is always around.
Absolutely.
Back on, Joe?
Yeah. Cooked out my mic and speaker back for them.
All right, thank y'all, people. Let me get this last super chat. Jason Lee Tucker statement, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Great show, everyone. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. Thank y'all all for coming in tonight, sharing your time with me. Tomorrow we'll be on Anzo's show, the Chaos List. Friday night we'll be on Chris' show, the Rule of Three with a touch of Tabasco. And then this weekend, I think we have some shows going. But until then, thank you all for coming. I appreciate it.
Danny, can I ask you one quick question before you go?
No. It's a quick question. This thing is a quick question with you.
No, it's going to be quick, I promise. I was just wondering if this can be a 10-hour stream.
I told you.